Hey guys, it's Pearl here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can tell by the title, this week's video, could you ignore that chicken? This week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my graduation story. Before we get into that, it has come to my notice that 92% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed. Like, why are you not subscribed? Subscribe and join the coolest family on YouTube. Come on, you know you want to. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to go down below, click that red subscribe button, and turn on post notifications so you're notified every single time I post a video. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Alright, so some of you might know that I graduated about 2 months ago. And yeah, I'm only getting around to doing the story time right now, simply because I've been so busy. And I'm sure you guys have noticed that I'm a little bit distracted from YouTube. But I have a little more time on my hands now. I'm not fully out of the woods yet, but I'm gonna try my best for you guys. It's getting towards the end of the year. I'm going to tell you guys my graduation story. So it was a great day. It was on either the 30th or 31st of July. I think it was the 31st though. It was a Saturday. Just whichever of the days was a Saturday, it was that day. It was great. I had 2 outfits to wear. There was the uniform one. You know, in my school, the class that's graduating gets to choose whatever color they want to wear. And then usually we're just supposed to pick 2 colors that go well together. And then we're going to go sew or make our dresses of whatever style, whatever you want to make, but just those colors. So the uniformity usually lies in the colors that you pick. But are they killing that chicken? But our set, we've always had problems with choosing colors for stuff. Even when we were about to graduate from middle school, we had the same problem. We couldn't pick a color. So teachers had to come pick for us that year. But they didn't want the same thing to happen. I was just like suggesting, hey, why don't we ask a teacher? They could give us suggestions. If you don't like it, you don't have to pick it. We just need suggestions because we need help. Because whatever anyone else brought, there was always someone who didn't like it. So we just had to, you know. And eventually, we were not able to pick a color. Instead, they decided to go with a particular fabric. So it had nothing to do with the color, but they wanted a particular style of fabric. This was the fabric we ended up going with. That fabric. So all of us were to sew our outfits with that fabric. So we bought the fabric in bulk, and then you paid for how much you needed by yardage, you know. So I think I bought four yards. I'm not sure. I think it was 4 anyways. I didn't really want to wear that on my graduation. I kind of had this picture in my head what I wanted to wear anyways. But then when they brought this whole idea of picking a material for us, I'm like, ugh, no. And the material is such that you can't really, it's not very functional. You can't use it to do everything you want to do. Like the style that I would have worn, like I said before, I had two outfits to wear. If I had used that material to sew the style of the other fabric the other dress that I wore, let's just say it would not have been pretty. Okay, so I was a little bummed out. I went home and told my mom, and I was like, I didn't want to wear that. She's like, you don't want it? I said, no. I wanted to wear a dress, and I wanted it to be, you know, nice. Not that the other fabric wasn't nice. It was okay. I mean, we ended up wearing it anyways. So she made me that outfit, and she made me another dress. So this was the uniform outfit, and this was my dress. So yeah, reel it in. They're pretty, right? Both of them. But you know, I just like the dress better. So the day came, and then it was of that morning that my mom did my makeup, and she did my hair as well. Ignore whatever white things you see. I don't know where I touched white paint, people. I just don't know. She did my makeup. It was really light, just foundation, lip gloss, and a little bit of eye makeup. That was it. Just like eyeliner and mascara. Yeah, that was it. And it transformed me so much. Like, I'm gonna put my face there with my makeup. Wait, with my hair. You see that fly? It comes every video. You know what? Let's give that fly a name. I think we should name that fly. Comment down below what you think we should name that fly. I'm gonna think about it, and maybe I'll tell you in my next video. Okay, that's my face with the makeup. My hair was basically just relaxed, and pulled back into a ponytail, and then we kind of added a ponytail extension to my ponytail, so it was really big. It was really nice, as you can see. So I did that, and then we decided to take pictures first. So I wore both outfits at home, and I did a little mini photo shoot. So I'm gonna put a picture here and a picture. I don't know. You know what? You'll see pictures. So while we did those photo shoots, my mom ordered a cake the day before. So they brought the cake the day before, and it was pretty cake. It was green and cream. Basically, it was supposed to be, the thing was green and gold, but of course they can't make golden icing, so they made it green and cream to match my green dress. Yeah, that cake was delicious. It was really nice. It was pretty on the outside and pretty on the inside. We took those pictures with each outfit, and we kind of just like, I was a little awkward with posing in front of a camera, but you know what? YouTube is different from posing for pictures outside of YouTube. You know, I could like strike a pose on YouTube, but like when it comes to pictures, I get a little awkward and stiff. Did you see how stiff I looked in those pictures? But you know what? We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. After that little mini photo shoot, it was almost time for me to go to school. So I just like picked up everything that I needed. My phone. I had my outfit, the other outfit. I wore the blue one to go, so I could match with the rest. I had plans of like changing to a different outfit when I got there. The other one maybe towards the end of the program, but not like at the end, you know, so I could still wear it and enjoy it. So I got to school. They were late. I was the first one there. Classic them. So I waited for a while before anybody actually arrived. The girls kind of came on time-ish. They were not late, well, extremely late. But the boys, now the boys were a different issue. I thought it was the girls who were supposed to be the ones who would come out late, but no, they proved me wrong. The boys were the ones who came down last. So, anyways, we did this little dramatic march to our seats, you know, did that. They gave us our sashes, yeah. I'll put a picture with my sash. Of course, the school's blocked out. I don't need any problems. I was so pretty. Did you see me? Anyways, so after marching to our seats, it was good. We watched them entertain us, I guess. There were a bunch of long speeches. Let's just say none of which anybody really listened to. Sorry, if you guys are watching this, the people who gave the speeches, I'm sorry, but your speeches were really boring and I heard nothing. All right. So after the speeches, they went ahead to like entertain us with some acts they planned with the other non-graduates. So we watched them do a few funny things. They danced, they sang, they flipped, they acted, a bunch of things. It was actually kind of interesting. Oh, and they were telling me somebody was calling me up to stage. I didn't know. I didn't hear them. They were like, aren't you gonna go? I'm like, why should I go? I didn't hear them call me. But nobody even told me until after the program, so I guess we just forget about that. For them, they were calling me over and I didn't hear them. Look, let's be real, okay? There's so much happening at the same time. There's only one thing I gave my focus to, right? After all the entertainment, I finally decided towards the end, I'm like, okay, hey, look, my speech is coming up. I'm like, wait a minute. They just called the head boy speech. I'm like, no. I'm the head girl. They gotta call me for the head girl speech after the head boy. I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm like, let's do this. So I just like grab my sister. I'm like, let's go change. And then we run up to the first floor, the bathroom on the first floor. So we went in there to change. So I changed like really quickly, but I wanted to be careful that I didn't go out with my skirt, like the dress, the flare of the dress tucked into my underwear, and then I run out like a chicken or something. Like I didn't want that idea in my head. Okay, so I just tried to take my time, but at the same time rushed. You know what I mean? So I finished dressing up. I just kind of stuffed my clothes into my bag. It kind of just rumpled it and just stuffed it in. I felt bad about it because that dress, I just wore it once, and you know, it's rumpled up now. But you know, I stuffed it in there, and then I could hear him rounding up his speech. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna make it in time. So I just like fish out the yearbook because they had the speeches printed in the yearbook. I wrote mine, he wrote his, and then we just submitted it to them to print into the yearbook, so we wouldn't have to like memorize it or carry extra paper or something like that, you know. So I just grabbed the yearbook and I'm like, oh, we have to go up to my class first. We can't leave my stuff in the girls' bathroom. Anything could happen to it. Anything could go wrong. So I just like grab my bag. She's following behind me. I'm like running my heels, like my unstable heels. I'm running in them. I had to change heels too because I couldn't wear the one that I wore for the blue with the green because it kind of didn't match. If you look in the pictures, it didn't really match as well. So I had to change my shoes as well. And then I was like running. I ran up to the second floor, and then I had to drop my bag there because that was my class. I couldn't leave it just anywhere or else things could go wrong. So after I ran up to the class, I just like tossed my bag there. I'm like, I can hear him rounding up his speech. He's like in the bottom paragraph of the one that I read. I mean, I read his speech too, and I think he read mine. So I'm like, oh no, he's at the end. He was saying this at the end. I'm like, I gotta go. So I just grabbed the yearbook. She's following behind me. I'm running down the stairs, running. Yeah. So I got down. Once I got to the ground floor, I'm just like coming down the staircase to like the middle where everything's going on. I'm just like getting down, and he goes, up school, up blah, you know, my school. And then I'm like, ooh, look who just made it in the nick of time. Just as he was walking away, I was reaching where he was, and they already called my speech. I'm like, ah, yeah, perfect timing, perfect timing. Did I look like a mess? I don't think I did. I looked amazing. So he just like handed me the microphone. He looked at me for a while. I changed because, you know, he didn't know that I was going to change. Nobody knew, apart from my mom, my sister, my family that was there. So after changing, he gave me a look like, why'd you change? And then I gave him a look like, why do you care? I'm like, and then besides, it looked like he changed too because he took off his vest. Was it a vest? No, it was a suit. I don't remember. Okay. But he had like a black turtleneck inside, and he wore like that blue material on top, like a suit. So he took off the jacket, so it looked like he changed as well. So it looked like we kind of planned it. It was not intentional, but it looked like we planned it, which we didn't. But it was amazing anyways. So I got there, collected the microphone from him. I'm like, bye. And then I opened the yearbook to where I'm supposed to read my speech from. I had already read it before because there were a lot of typos in it. Kind of annoys me. They do this every year, and yet they can't get it right yet. But I opened it up to my yearbook page for my speech, and then I'm reading the speech. I'm about to start. Do you know what happens next? Don't want to know. The wind starts to blow. My ponytail comes smack dab in my face. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm giving a speech here. And then I just like swing it around. The wind's like blowing in my face. I'm trying to balance the yearbook in my hand, but I'm trying to hold the microphone, and I'm reading it. I'm like trying to contain my hair. So I'm just like, okay, I can do this. I'm still reading, never missing a beat in my reading, by the way, great speaker. So I'm like, okay, wait, this is getting too much. How about I turn around and and face the wind instead of backing the wind? So it's kind of like a square, right? So there's people here, there's people here, there's people there, and there's people behind me. So I decided to face the high table at first, but then since the wind wasn't working for me, I decided to let me face my students, you know, my juniors. I decided to turn around. But you know what happens? The wind changes direction. And it just like, I turned into a turning mess, you know? But still sounding pretty, still sounding cool, collected, you know? Reading that speech, impacting the hearts of the youths. And then, just as I finished my speech, I'm like, thank you so much. And all this blah, 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 you know? Thank you. And then I go hyping them up school and blah. And then, you know, the juniors erupted in applause. I was so honored. I was so touched. They're the best. They're the best. I don't know what I did for them that I deserve such support because they made my high school days amazing. But immediately after that speech, I hyped them up a little. They applaud. And then I'm just like, yes, I'm done. But not exactly. But then I'm like, okay, that's it. I hand the microphone over to the MC. And as I walk away, I'm just like, and in my mind, there's a song singing, Pearl makes a glorious exit high school. And then I just walk away. I'm like, yeah. They cheer. They eventually, some of them came over to meet me, you know, because I was kind of like, I don't ever understand why they liked me so much. I don't know if I did anything good for them. I don't think I did, but I guess they just kind of liked me, and I like them too, I guess. I mean, what's there to do? So, after all of that, I'm just like, yes, it's done. It's over. Well, not quite. They did a little gift. I won't call it a gift. You know, what they do is they give the people graduating from middle school a school bag, like a backpack, and then they give the people graduating out of high school suitcases, like a luggage, just one for each person with the school like printed over it. It was a little luggage. It's about yay big from the ground. There's a huge bug nearby. I heard it buzz. I don't know where it's. I heard it again. I don't know where it's coming from. But just to be safe, yeah, I just need to like, yes, just in case it comes by. So I exit, and then they give me those luggages, and then I take a few photos. Yeah, they gave me a frame as well. My frame, I would have shown it, but like it has my school written all over it and a bunch of my classmates in it as well. And I don't know if they'd be like comfortable with me putting them on the internet like this. But so they gave me a frame anyways. It was a pretty frame, and thankfully they spelled my name right. Because I've had issues in the yearbook. I think there was at least one page in this current yearbook that they spelled my name wrong. You know what? They've done this ever since I entered this school, you know, like they keep misspelling my name. Like it's not that hard to get. It's Pearl and then my surname. What is so hard about it? Like in my middle school frame, my surname is spelled wrongly in it. Can you believe it? And then in the yearbook, some pages were spelled right, some pages were spelled wrong. But this year, I think they made just 2 mistakes, and my frame was okay, so I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I collected that. We went home. All right, I got souvenirs from my class teacher as well. She got us umbrellas. Um, that was nice of her. Yeah. And then I decided to go home. My mom already took my cousins home, and it remained just me and my sister. She collected my umbrella for me. Then I went to go get my food and drinks and stuff. And then I came down, and then I just said goodbye to the teachers. Even though it wasn't actually goodbye yet, I still had a few exams. Not a few, I had a whole lot of exams to go back and write. Yeah, because of COVID and lockdown, we had a little jump, you know, like the exams were taking place later in the year instead of earlier in the year. So it's just what we had to deal with. So I said goodbye to them, and then I walked home with my sister. I changed out of my shoes, though. I couldn't wear those heels all the way back. On those bad roads, no way. So I walked back home with my sister and some slippers. Those slippers were so cute. Ooh, they'd be nice. So I walked home, and then we got home and ate some cake. And some food, yeah. That was basically my graduation day. It was amazing. I loved it. It was a day I don't think I'll forget anytime soon. I can't describe how amazing it felt to finally graduate. Like if you graduated this year, you know what I mean. It's an indescribable feeling of freedom and happiness and joy, and I'm thankful it happened. All right. So that's literally the end of this video. That's all that happened, well, most of it for the most part, that happened on my graduation. It was amazing and I loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. Tell me which outfit you liked more. Was it the blue one or the green one? Tell me in the comments down below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and turn off post notifications because you know it really helps me over here. So with that, see you in my next video. Bye-bye.